Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And away we go in Glendale. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Set, hut. 45, white. Rail. Set, hut.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Love from the gun. Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Escapes the pocket. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
Let's go. 52 blue. Set.
Shotgun now for Love. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Andrew Makuba makes the play. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. When you are facing a top 10 defense, you don't expect to wait long to see him make an impact, partner, and it only took him 1 drive here.
Yep, this group, they didn't get that top ranking by sitting back and letting the game come to them. They get it by attacking and attacking the ball.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Set. Easy alert. Blue ticket. 59. Middle. 32.
Stafford to the air to start us off. His first throw is an interception. J.C. Horn will pick it off. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Yellow. Hut.
Love now on 1st and 10. Look at that power, deep left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
First down throw. Here's Love. He hits him downfield. This is Miller. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Omaha, ready to move.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down, Jaguars.
250. White. Hey, give me a rate. Double right.
On first down, here's Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Quarterback with his renounce, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
10, 50, alert, red.
Stafford to throw again on second. Has it downfield working the left. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Offense up to the line fast.
22.
It's a gain of 35. And the Jaguars.
First and 10. Here's Stafford. He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars trim the lead to 1. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Working quickly here.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Black Ultra.
Love now. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
It's a gain of 35. And the Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
52 blaster. Opposite. Green. Ready?
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
10 black. Ready.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line with the defense all over this one. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment.
Ready.
Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive.
Ultra. Set.
Another one for Gibbs. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes out to the left. Going all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Here we go. Set. Red. 38. Needle blue. Drill green.
They're going to go. It's Love. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Monday. Hey, 50. Hey, 5-0.
First down throw here for Stafford. Absolutely fires this one right side. Wide open, downfield, got it! Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars take the lead on the first play of the drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Hut.
Drive begins with Gibbs. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 10 First down.
Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up second and 12.
Ultra. Go
At the
ultra.
34-yard line.
Ready.
Back to Gibbs now on second. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Yep, here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Spike, right. Strike, check, strike. Ready.
Air it out on 3rd. He throws a bullet to the 7. That's grabbed inside the 30.
Jack rest.
Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for the Cardinals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard
Blue
line.
striker. Green Jack. Mega, mega. Hut.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Got it.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Blue 32. 52 blaster. Check, Hunt.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone.
Win the ball.
Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another
Come on,
Cardinals
38.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Steel, black.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's got it. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 60. 50, 50. Hey, 22. 11, 11. Say 50. 3 right, 2 right. 22. 20 high.
Throwing now, Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Zebra. Zebra. Oh, big 20. 40 got. 40 got.
Stafford from the gun. He'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from State Farm Stadium after this. First and 10 from the 32.
Dead! 280! Hurry! Hey, fight! Double right! Monday, Monday, Monday!
Stafford back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be touchdown a yard shy of that marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the
32!
Stafford's going to throw once more. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Butker with the extra points. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Let's go now. Black, 95. 6. Mega.
Love out of the shotgun. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Cape, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Love. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
Well, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there, an awfully difficult third down now staring you in the face.
Ready?
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Steel, black. Here we go, here we go. 50, grit, red, cycle. Fight, 60, claws, red. Red, yellow. Slide, blue. Set, go.
Here he goes, third and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Fourth and forever coming up.
Here we go. Needle 33, yellow. Ready.
They are going for this. It's low. He's going to push one deep down the right. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Design quarterback run here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. Butker to try the point after. Point after is up and through. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Let's go. Green Jack, blue 32. Steel, black. Hut, hut.
First down throw. Here's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
Ready. 52 blue, you yellow. Smash, red. Yellow, go. 6, mega. Ready?
Love from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
Come on, set, black shot. Black 4, fight, white. Smash, smash. Hey, red. Slide blue. Set.
They're going for this. He hits him downfield. This is Miller. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Black, 95. Strike, check, strike. Ready?
Love now on 1st and 10. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Looking to throw. He's going to try another deep one here. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. The defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
That'll be caught by Miller. They're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
22. 80. Monday. 50. Stay 50.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. This is caught inside the 15. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
Cardinals 14. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. First and 10.
Let's go. 50. Green.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Set.
Again, it's Gibbs. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop. Working quickly here.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
10 cycles. Set, cut.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Chased out to his right. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Coaches challenged him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. White. Hey, 5-0. And middleman. Hey, 50. Stop.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Man downfield. He's got it. It's Worthy. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's good for our Jaguars. 1st down.
10.
That's a gain of 20.
Big 20.
1st down, Jaguars.
11. Like 7.
From the red zone now. Right back to Worthy. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Dose of the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5.
22.
the 6-yard line.
Stafford. Caught out wide. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hey, 70!
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Set! Blue 60! Alert! Moving hot.
This is going to end behind the line, Brock. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal.
Right 54. Omaha, they move. Hey, 22. 32. Hey.
Trying for it with Stafford. Who will score? It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Butker with the extra points. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again.
42. Cardinals 14.
Outside, so I'm staying inside. Show you and I vibe, take a poop like Tupac. I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride, they give a vibe. BBC guy trying to play loud, but I'm missing a vibe.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Like I'm picking a prize.
His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 45. Set.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they've set up well here in 2nd and 1. Offense up to the line fast.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Blaster, 6. Rail, yellow. Claws, red. Smash. Ready.
There's Love to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
Ready?
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready. 10 cycles. Cut.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Rolling into enemy territory. And he has this down to the 34. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Shovel, 38. 60 red. 60 red. Strikers, 3-3. Hut, hut.
To the air with Love. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Ready up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Check pink. Down, set.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Set, ready. Slide through. Red, 38. Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals shave some off the deficit late in the quarter.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Cardinals 21. Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Ready. 180. 0. Hurry. Hey, 5-0. Alert. Big 20. Middle, middle, middle. 32. White 7.
Stafford from the gun. Caught, that's Arian Smith. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throw here for Stafford. He's got Smith again. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on a big play down to the 19. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Jaguars who have possession, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead they built.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
180. Alert! Hey, 54! Gonna have...
From the red zone on 1st. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offensive line fast. Stafford throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
50-50. Double right.
Stafford now on 3rd down. They'll have the first down and even more. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His fourth total score of the game. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Jaguars continue piling on to this lead.
Cardinals 21. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Tuck it down on his side like he ain't the GOAT. If you don't agree, answer the script in your this 5 years, you already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Trouble, 38. Down. 52, blue. Green, Jack. Jack.
Love. Finds a seam down the middle. It's a foot race. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
He's got it. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Hey, 50. Hey, middle.
Here's Stafford. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory.
32. Zebra. Omaha. Hey, 7. Hey, 5-0. Don't score.
Throwing now on first down. Stafford lasers this one deep. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start the read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Omaha, ready, move. 21. Hey, easy.
Working inside the red zone. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
kicker on now to kick this one away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. Black Ultra. Black Shock. Hut, hut.
Love from the gun. Getting out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still third down. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Let's go. 22 needle. Fury, yellow. Set, hut.
Third and 2. Up to throw. It's caught by Wilson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
13 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
On first and 10, here's Love. Sends this to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown kick. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Yellow, 43. Ready?
A second down throw here for Love. He's loaded another one up. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost one of those nice choke plays you like to see in the NFL game before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Check Fury. Ready?
Throwing his Love on third. Pocket isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Fourth and forever coming up.
Set.
Desperation time here. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals putting up points in a game decided. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Cardinals 35. Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on first and 10.
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, give me a radar.
Shotgun snap to Sanford. Fits it through the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
2 yards.
It's a gain of 22. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, 54. Zero.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Wait, 7! 59! Alert! 11! And middle!
Now Stafford to throw. He's looking deep once again. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Blue 60! Hey, 22! Blue 56! Wait, 7! Hey, red! 21! Stop!
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Going deep here for the end zone. He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. Butker with the extra point. And the Jaguars tack on 7 more to their lead.
63. Cardinals 35. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Jaleel McLaughlin on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Smack, red! Come on, set! Black forward, steal, black! Ready?
Love out of the shotgun. Ridley makes the grab downfield. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. They get 23 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down. You're 1 play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. 1st down throw. Here's Love. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making the scoreboard look a touch better. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
63. Cardinals 42. Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
And middle. Alert! Zebra! 40 gut! 40 gut!
Stafford from the gun. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Malik Neighbors the one he was throwing for. So it'll be 2nd down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Set! Lady! 50-50! Hey, 5-0! White! Omaha! Big 20! Hey!
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
22! Hey, middle!
Stafford to throw again on second. He's trying to go deep again. That's complete inside the 35. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
180! Middle! Hey, 54, left! 59! Hey, 50!
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That's taken in by Henry. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
They're going to pass it here. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 6th of the game. That's the first NFL player to catch that many in one contest. Wow. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Jaguars continue adding on to that lead.
Cardinals 42. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun now for Love. Trying to push deep downfield. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
0! Pin, 10, 0, ready! Hey, give me radar! Hey, 70! 250! Like 7!
To throw, Stafford. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. Puts everything he has under this one. They're on it. That's intercepted. Savon Rebel with the pick.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the
Run it.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
Green.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Big gain downfield. He has it all the way inside the opposing 40. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts.
That's good.
Trouble, 38. Here we go. Here we go. 60 red.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
Thrown on 1st down. Love. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Yellow, 43. Black shot. Set.
To the air with Love. Trying to push deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Set. Red 80. Stay 50, stay 50.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Pretty hot.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
Zebra. Double right. Zebra.
Double up.
Hey, 50.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. And he put everything he's got behind it. They connect on the deep shot. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Jaguars keep running away with this. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Another through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First down.
Love from the gun. And they pick him up again. Picked off by Jordan Hancock. And the Jaguars have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career.
I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Alert, ladies.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Yellow 80. 40 got. 40 got. 10.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Motion. Alert! Zero. Monday.
Stafford's going to throw once more. He connects downfield. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. And they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
Omaha, ready to move. Stop.
Stafford throwing again. Oh no, they get him yet again. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Cardinals see the return go out of bounds. And Matthews, how this game's going to end. The Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say so long from Glendale.